What's going on, you guys? This is New York Adventure 1994 here, and what is a good way to talk about anything besides the coronavirus situation? Let me see. I know, come up with fact about something. But just a heads up, it's gonna be a little sad. Something has been going in my head lately because I became more of a fan of Rugrats lately, and I saw something in Ice Age that looks almost identical. Yeah, it's some kind of backstory. I'm gonna go with Rugrats first because they've been working on that like before Ice Age was a thing. Because the series was just like wrapping up once Ice Age got released. So, it all starts out with the flashback Chas was going through in Rugrats in Paris, the movie. Right? I'm still itchy. And once they were getting back from this party, he was looking through old photos of Chucky's first mom. This made this sequel a very touching film because once Chucky was born, his real mom passed on because she was sick with something I forgot. It was like some kind of cancer. Yeah, that's really sad. If somebody's born and their mom dies shortly afterwards, and that parent of yours takes you in and loves you forever, but it just all ends like sometime later at that moment. So Chas went on the computer and tried to look up where he could find a date and stuff, and Chucky could have a new mom. Just so they could recover after losing Chaz's first wife and Chucky's first mom. And all of a sudden, this robotic reptar giant like breaks down, and there was this sweet girl named Kira Watanabe. I'm terrible at memorizing. I'm terrible at saying her name, her last name, but I'll get better at it later. She like called up Stu to come to Paris, but Stu was having trouble listening to what she's trying to say because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and she's calling this late. So they take a plane to France and they meet this nasty lady, which is her former boss, Coco. And she really has a hatred for children, while Kira is the most gentle one when she has a way with children. She's like one of those people who don't like getting mad over big things, unless if she has a reason to. Overall, she doesn't really like getting mad unless she has a reason to. And Coco was like using Kira to like be behind her and help her fall in love with Chaz. And Angelica convinced Coco to fall in love with Chaz so Chucky could have a new mom, which was the worst thing she's ever done. Angelica didn't let down just Chucky, she let down everybody. Everyone. I'm gonna fast forward to the wedding because I don't want to spoil this movie for most of you who don't really watch the stuff. So after the Reptar play, you know, Chucky was going around saying that he wants a new princess mommy. And the princess was actually Coco because Coco drew out the real person who was dressed as the princess for the Reptar play. And she's like on stage fighting Chucky for the Wawa. His real mom made him when he was just a baby, when he was like just a newborn. And the wedding day, once Coco was trying to punish the little babies, she made Coco burn the Wawa. I don't know, throw it away. I don't think she wanted to burn it. I'm just gonna say throw away. She gave Kira the Wawa to throw away when Kira's too sweet and she never wants to do that. She never wants to hurt children. She has a daughter of her own named Kimmy, who is almost 2 as Chucky, and she angrily confronted Coco that she is going to tell Chaz what's really happening, while John Claude is punishing the little babies and taking them to the place where Reptar is stored. And when a furious Kira tells Coco that she is going to tell Chaz what's going on, she like gets knocked out of the car and onto the curb, which could leave a cut. That hurts. You don't ever want to get thrown out of the car like that. But Coco is just a mean lady. So she like ran all the way to the church on a bike. She took a bike from the bike shop and just biked all the way to church, while the babies are controlling the Reptar to get to the church to crash the wedding before it was too late and Coco was gonna be Chucky's new mom. But his first words were no, and John Claude accidentally revealed Coco's true nature, and she was ripped down to her underpants, and John Claude was like mocking her. And Coco asked, well, take a picture. This will be the last time you see me in my underwear. And a lot of people did. And this reminds me of Stinky Pete's defeat. Because in Toy Story 2 in the airport, while Buzz and the gang were trying to get Woody, Ham and the other toys like found this whole suitcase of cameras and like try to snap pictures of Stinky Pete to knock it off before he could tear Woody apart. And the end came, and Chaz and Kira fell in love and they got married back in the USA. And That was the birth of their new family. Now let's talk about Manny in Ice Age. In early adult years, Manny had a first wife and a child, and a first son. They were like a happy family, and all of a sudden, there was one day where Manny's child was like taking a walk while Manny was with his first wife, and a group of hunters came, and they like blocked Manny away from his family, and they killed both Manny's first wife and child. But unlike Rugrats, Chucky is still there. He was still alive, but Manny's first son, dead. Ever since then, Manny has turned like very grumpy and embittered towards everyone else. That was the reason why he's been getting like that while being Sid. In Ice Age The Meltdown, Manny was still trying to recover from all his grouchiness and stuff. And after still being hurt about his first family, Manny was like really confused when meeting Ellie. He was like slowly starting to get feelings for this female Mammoth. Because she was like, she looked really attractive to Manny. Because she's like sweet and stuff. But things did turn out ugly midway through the film. There was like this one night scene where things weren't working out for them. But Manny saved their life still. And all of a sudden and the villains were defeated, and there was this big herd of mammoths coming from the walls of ice. Because all through the film, they were like, all the mammoth herds were blocked from all the ice walls after all this time. And they couldn't move anywhere. Manny like let Ellie go because he was still having trouble with his past. And Sid told Manny, you need to let go of the past so you can have a future. So, Manny and Ellie got married, and there was a new addition to the herd, and 2 possums. Let's start part 2. I'm gonna compare the both of the characters now.